ahead, get your little.
I'm right here, man. I'm trying to get some things together on my end. I'm still here, y'all.
Okay, he's here, and like I said, we're waiting on brother Coyer to touchdown. He'll hop in any minute now. While we giving y'all this top tier cutthroat Cowboys content. With that being said, gentlemen, I kind of got a feel where we want to get started, but I'm gonna ask y'all because I'm being a gentleman, I'm being courteous. Where y'all want to get started with this beautiful Cowboys content we're gonna bring to the people today?
Defense. Defense.
All right, let me get my sunglasses ready then, Locks. You know where I'm about to go with this, brother. You already know where I'm about to go to this. Give Maurice Canady his spot, please. Stop playing so much. Man, listen, I just hope that politics do not get involved, man. I said this earlier. Foots, you and Jeff did some great work over there, man, over on your channel, over on his channel or whatnot. Check out Foots the King Law Nation, please, and Jeff's channel also. But, man, somebody on the Twitter machine hit me up. They was like, man, Vach, you wasn't all in on candidate earlier. Why are you on candidate now, man? Listen, I'm never above changing my mind. The late great Black Phillip says, have an opinion, don't let it have you, man. Don't get in some train of thought where you can't change your mind. You always want to learn new things. And sure enough, candidate was not on my list. We thought Jordan got some money. We thought AB got some money. So we thought that they was going to be the guys kind of leading the fight. Then the rookies were showing up, but then candidate gets to practice and does nothing but catch 4 interceptions. He's tackling in the run game. He's getting his hands on passes. Then we have this scrimmage game, and he's picking off Matthew Stafford, showing length, showing he's in the right place at the right time, showing ball skills, man. So let's start with Foots the King, because I know he just dropped a video on it, man. But Foots, man, talk to us about Maurice Canady and what you got for us, bro.
Well, it's not fair for people to come at you that way, because guess what? This is a show and tell league. Indeed. So until you saw it, right, Vach? You don't. It's not like he's supposed to be on this team just because he's on the team. Yeah. Guys, I apologize for my lighting. I'm out of town.
Don't worry about it.
And okay, all right. No, Vach said don't apologize. But I was outside. I was super hot, so I said I got to get inside. I'm trying to get the light right. Anyway.
He's in Arizona. He's in the desert right now. He's dropped so much content in the middle of the desert right now, man. Foots deserves some love. Foots, give you cash so they can hold you down, support you.
Yeah, can somebody hold my cash app down, man? Foots the King. It's just Foots the King. But anyway, our blessings come, so we ain't tripping off none of that. But the truth of the matter is,
glad to have you, sir.
What up? Can y'all hear me?
What up? Yeah, we got you.
This thing on? Man.
You good?
I can't hear myself though. Cool.
We hear you. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
But the truth of the matter is, Canady, he's made plays. He's gonna kick somebody off this roster, because there's no way that he can't. You can't deny it. So I don't think politics, Vach, are gonna get involved, because one thing about this fan base is that we see and watch everything, and it's a very educated fan base. So that's my thoughts on it.
We have a Coyer Media coming in. No such thing as late when it comes to the roundtable. He's just on time. Don't even worry about it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm new to the PC world. I was a Mac man. Now I got the PC, and this is our first time doing a roundtable with the PC. So I had to set everything back up. But it's all good, man. No excuses. I'm here.
Now, Brother Coyer, when Foots said that Maurice Canady was going to come on this thing and take somebody's spot, just for a little bit of reference, because I got this little cheat sheet that I stole from Camp in the media section. Maurice Canady is only 27 years old, so he's not old at all. Oh, no. Brother Coyer, I just heard some excitement in your voice, man. What you think about Maurice Canady?
I broke him down when we originally signed him a year and some change ago. Just he didn't really get to play, but I always like how tough and gritty he was, especially coming from Baltimore. He's a hitter. I thought he would just be a good, solid guy that's like good in press coverage. More like he reminds me of our coach. What's his name? Al Harris. He reminds me of Al Harris. He's a guy that gets in your face. He's good at press coverage, good length. Not the most explosive guy, not the fastest guy, but strong, gritty, and in your face, like a Peanut Tillman type of guy. And it's showing. So that's what I saw in the film. But that doesn't all. We've seen a lot of guys, that we liked when we watched the film, but it doesn't necessarily translate to our scheme. So watching him now is just it's good to see, man. And I always like, I've heard what's his name, Shanahan, say you can never have too many good corners, and I feel like that now. Him emerging just makes that cornerback room even more deadly, because you have guys like J. Lou and Anthony Brown who can play in spot work if needed, who you're not mad if they're playing. But it's apparent. It's becoming real apparent. I feel sorry for Anthony Brown, man. I heard your video yesterday too. Shout out. But I feel bad for him because you see, guys, you can't just say it's the scheme when everybody around you is making plays now, man. Everybody's making plays. So, hopefully he steps up. But I love the addition of Candidate, man. I like how long he is and strong he is.
I'm just so excited, man. Some of them always saying, bro, that if you're a little better than you were last year, that's going in the right direction. And last year, even if we're only talking about depth, right? Guys like Rashard Robinson had to play, and we wasn't excited about it at all. You know what I mean? Some miscellaneous cat that will pick up like the week before, and he had to play. Reggie had to come in at the end of the season and play. And those are looking like dudes that can't even sniff the field right now because of so much competition, so much depth that we got.
I think Candidate was an opt-out, not to cut you off, Bosh.
He opted out of through COVID last year.
I tell you what, man, they was looking at opt-out people like, you wasn't all in and you possibly wasn't gonna make the team. So that was part of my mindset. We heard Jerry and them talking about it, man. Hey, man, if you didn't play last year, it was kind of gonna get rough for you. But if you just kind of show up and just start making plays over everybody. And that goes back to my politic point, man, to where when you see Boss Man Fat and they're not even throwing at him, you see Nashawn Wright hanging around with starters like James Washington, guys like Claypool, those dudes play. You know what I mean? Those are top tier dudes, and Nashawn fighting with them. You know what Diggs is gonna be, man. So Maurice Candidate, whether it be the preseason game, coming off that edge, man, trying to swat that bubble down. You see the length he's coming up, making plays in the run game. He's making picks at practice or whatnot. And every time we see Anthony Brown, he's doing the cornerback clap. Somebody caught the ball, he go, damn, you know what I mean? He's doing that. So I just hope money and politics don't get involved, man. Brother Law Nation, what you got on Maurice Candidate playing big nickel for us, sir?
Man, he's an old soul, and a good way to take a look at that is one of his first interviews. He said, man, there's so many young folks in this building. I feel like I'm the veteran now, which I am, and I'm going to show them something. And all we've seen through training camp, him showing them something. And that play that he made in practice, and I know we talking about practice, but let's be real. That guy was running routes to get open just like he was covering. So he was feeling, he got off of his field, and he had that cerebral approach to turn back around to grab that ball. And we can go on and on in the past, and we never seen that. I'm using the word casually. Never seen that. Byron Jones, we love him, but he would never did
last
that.
Year against the Eagles, that dive and play he almost caught though. Diggs does sometimes, but he plays man like.
But, Diggs. I'm just putting Diggs in a corner right now. Diggs a dog.
Oh yeah, Diggs don't count. Everybody,
Diggs don't count. But before that, we never did it. And the reason why Boss Man Fat, when you play clean technique. That quarterback know what's over there, and they did their scouting report. See, we reporting 4.3, but they know that brother look like he run a 4.2, 4.289, something like that. I could be off on his speed factor there, but they say, look, man, we ain't finna try that, man. We see the baiting right there when he leave that little window open. They see his feet. They see how he can just climb back inside and got great recovery. So that's why they not even trying Boss Man Fat way. So now we got Diggs. Now we got Candidate that came out of nowhere. Oh, man, and now we got Boss Man. Ooh. Come on, DeMonte KZ. Hey, you saw the fights in the KZ hit somebody. He little 176 pounds. He like, yeah.
KZ like the hit. He surprised me because he's so small, but he like the hit, man. I like
the hit. That's
Zeke. That Zeke truck. Zeke run everybody over those. But that Zeke truck can't hold that against him no more. He actually feisty, man. I've been watching this film too.
Airplane mode, man. I can't wait to see all those guys come together. But I know Cowboy Nation kind of thinking the same thing. I'm sure everybody at this table is thinking, go ahead and sit Anthony Brown down because it's looking like he's lost a spot relatively. But I got my thoughts on. I want to know what y'all think. We'll start with Foots over there. Does Anthony Brown not make the team, or do you still want to hold him around as a depth guy, or do you value the young guys? Brown may be better than one of you. He may be better than Nashawn right now, technically in terms of just let me talk, Coyer. I ain't saying nothing crazy. I ain't saying nothing. I see your face. I ain't saying nothing bold right now, Coyer. I'm just saying, as experienced guy, as I've been the league guy, Nashawn probably got the upside to be better than Brown. But Brown may be a little better. Brown may be a little better right now.
I agree.
Do we pick the young dude with the upside and push Brown off the bridge? Foots, what you think?
I think Brown is maxed out, and so it's he's gonna be a guy he can get you through a few games. He'll get you through games,
Yeah.
but you're gonna always look up and say, "Dang, he was just he was right there.
Yep.
He just didn't make the play." And the thing is, he wasn't drafted by this regime. Like this was he was a Garrett holdover.
Yeah.
Jordan Lewis was a Garrett holdover.
Yeah.
They were all on that sucky defense last year. And the truth of the matter is, if you're gonna start fresh, start fresh. Like I don't have a problem with just running it with these young guys, running it with Rashaan Wright, running it with Diggs, running it with if you're gonna have a veteran, you said it earlier, Vach, have a 27-year-old veteran. I mean, I don't know how old Anthony Brown. He's not
old either. Yeah, he's
27
on my little cheat sheet, Anthony Brown is 27 also.
Right.
Okay.
So okay, cool.
Yeah.
The point is like for his play style, I don't think that it even really matches what Quinn wants to do, especially on the outside. So I mean, that's where I'm at with Brown. Y'all know I love his DB stuff. He's not good enough to where it's like you've seen it enough in games, right? He has to make the team. No, not to me.
Yeah, fair enough. Law, does Anthony Brown make this team, man? In your opinion, like, do you?
Well, politically speaking, he makes this team for the politics side of it. Yeah, they just don't want to get rid of a guy with experiences. I think that Anthony, he probably do better when he blitz. I think one season he had 3 or 4 sacks or something like that. Right. But as far as coverage, he just gives up space too much when they climb up on the top of the route. He sit there and let them absorb it. He don't trust his reads. He don't trust his feel of the game. Just like the first play, whatever Chase Pool, whatever his name is, Claypool. I meant to say. I keep messing that man's name up. That's what he's gonna do 100% of the time, almost at the top of the route. They get a little feel. They go ha. When they plant that jab foot and they go and they do that release.
What they do, Lo? What they do?
That's the sound they make too. And they go Brown like this. No, please. Let me know when y'all see Anthony Brown like that every time. At least in practice the other day, Jordan Lewis, the exact same play. Jordan Lewis least he caught right back under. And Foots, recovery speed is half the game, right? Jordan got right up under there and got his hands right on the ball and get it out of there. And I said, that's all we want Brown to do. Get it out of there.
Yeah.
I think before you jump in the court, I think the problem is that he doesn't he'll be like he panics at the top of the route, Law.
That's what it is.
And like with Diggs gonna get beat now, but he gonna make some plays too. And that's the difference.
That's all you're asking for. Like Jalen Ramsey gets beaten, but he makes his plays when he's supposed to.
Because look, watch this. I was live streaming, right? I was live streaming during the game, and I had somebody in the chat box. I wish I could remember their name because I'm ready to fuss. They was like, "Man, we giving up too much, man. We giving up too little just too many knick-knack yards, man." But I'm like, man, like we stopped them and they ain't past the 50, and we created a turnover right there. And we just forced them into like a long field goal situation. Like, I don't care if you give up some passes, but the end result is what you're looking for, man. And I think Brown gets cut, man. And it's two things that make me feel that. One, and it all comes back to previous experience with this regime or whatever, right? One, we know they will start a rookie corner because they did it with Diggs last year. So that might be boss man's job if he's appropriate with everything. Two, they will cut a veteran even if he's play worthy because we saw Antoine Woods get his ass up out of there and we run it with our guys now. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think Antoine Woods is a bad player. You know what I mean? I think that, in his rights, like if he's your second, third guy, Antoine Woods is fine, but they was cutting him. Like money, like regardless of the money, they got him up out of here. So I think Brown could be out, man. Just looking down the list of corners. What you got, Coyer?
I think it's going to come down to whether or not we feel
you like everybody. You want Brown to be around?
No. I think it's going to come down to how Reggie Robinson plays now. Like if Reggie Robinson's upside is better than what we think Anthony Brown is going to give us, I think Reggie Robinson stays, Anthony Brown goes. And if you really, it's just a funny time because when you look at Dan Quinn when he went into Seattle, you had the same thing with Browner and how I forget his name. He's been famous all season. Sherman. When they were coming in, it was the same thing. Those guys were young and rookies and weren't really slated to play. But by mid-season, both of them were playing. So I think we're going to see that same thing with Rashaan Wright emerging. And it depends on whether or not Reggie Robertson can give us something. Then you already know Goodwin's already going to be on special teams. And I feel like the fact that Anthony Brown is slated as the tough guy, and he has, I won't say he doesn't have starter caliber. He does have starter caliber in this league somewhere, but I can't see 3 guys on this team right now that he can start in front of. So, it's going to be
quick question.
Can he take a special teams role after being a tough guy leader in this locker room?
Right.
I don't know if his ego can even take that hit. He might want to go somewhere if he doesn't.
How you play Anthony Brown in this defense? How do you utilize his 4.3 speed?
That's the biggest.
Because he do still he's
the way I like
guy.
the way we used him last year, where we got more aggressive with Anthony Brown. Stop trying to use his speed as a cover guy because he doesn't have cover guy instincts at the top of routes.
Facts.
You use Anthony Brown in zone position and blitzing. Like he blitzes pretty well. He doesn't mind coming up and hitting you. He's a tough guy. I like that. He will come up and smack you in the mouth. So I like that about Anthony Brown, and the team seems to respect him as far as the players go, and front office too. So he's respected. I don't have a problem with him because he's a 6th-round draft pick. He's playing above and beyond for where we got him. I'm happy with what we got with Anthony Brown. It's just that we have better now. So I don't have a problem with him. It's just the guys in front of him are going to beat him out. How you would use him? I would blitz him. I would, bring him in the sub packages, sort of like you remember that kid Lowry, Dwight. I think his name was Dwight Lowry or something like that. Rex Ryan had him with the Jets.
I definitely.
He was a journeyman, but if you guys look him up, his name Dwight Lowry. If you look him up, he wasn't a guy that's going to cover, real crazy. He wound up playing safety later in his career, but he wasn't a guy that was going to cover you and shut you down. But if you put him in like zone blitzing schemes where he could be a little bit more aggressive and dictate to what the offense is doing a little bit more, when you have that type of coach, I think he can excel in a scheme like that. Like Anthony Brown could probably play in Baltimore, but where he's not asked to man up and shut a guy out. If you just say, hey, get down there and put your head in something, he can do that.
What I'm thinking the big difference is, and this might be the deciding factor, and I'm just looking down on my little cheat sheet that I stole from the media tent. I think what's going to make the biggest difference, if those 2 dudes competing and Brown not making no plays, and it's either Brown or Canada, Anthony Brown is 5'11", 190. Canada is 6'1", 200. I think that's going to be the big difference because we have been making moves to get bigger on defense. If you look down the list, the smallest dudes on the corner side is Brown and Jordan. At least Jordan making some plays.
Jordan played bigger than his size though. He's a little shorter than Brown, but he played. Jordan like Brown just seemed little, man. You're right though.
Give me the feistiness of Jordan Lewis, right?
Yeah.
I think as long as you're making plays, that don't matter because KZ's small. But if you're going to go out there and catch interceptions, then fine, do your thing, player. But you can't be small and not making plays.
And he played different position, too. He's not asked to, like, man up on guys at 6'5". He's asked to, like, jump routes. You know what I mean? It's a little different. Yeah.
And don't say it, chat box. Don't say, can Anthony Brown play safety?
Hell no. Get him out. No. Just go get safety.
He definitely ain't playing no safety.
What's up? Brother, that's what you was looking like out there, Oxnard. That's what Box was looking like an Oxnard.
We got Malik Hooker, baby.
That's what he looking like.
Hollywood vibe.
P. I feel you.
Vacation vibe. We done boys drop 5 to super chat says our edge depth scares me. They didn't look good versus the Steelers second string. That's a lie, sir. If you saw Azur Kamara, he was looking good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I was about to say, man.
Hey, man, you better look a little closer, dog. You saw Rashaan Carter, he was tearing them up, bashing his spine. Don't worry about it, my guy.
Yeah.
Reeves dropped 4 in the super chat. He says the grease is hot, the fish is frying. Team Toxic, salute to you, sir. Big Country says injury report. We don't know. We're gonna have to watch a press conference and find out. But he dropped 5 in the super chat. Mr. Jab dropped 50 in the super chat. He said, "Oh, I say she."
Oh, he feeling himself today, Mr. Jab.
Mama's cooking. Yeah,
that's what we do. Appreciate you, Mr. Jab, and somebody else too. Donnie Darko, appreciate you, Donnie Darko. He dropped 5 and says, all kidding aside, I thought Kelvin Joseph was like a slim wireframe type of dude. He looks solid with some good weight on him. Kelvin Joseph ain't a little bitty, man. You know
who his
he just can move and he's
who his comp is? It's Tre'Davious White, man. Same player.
Sure.
Same player.
And
knocking on some wood, man. Cause y'all just get me all juiced up when y'all say that, man.
Oh no, Law, he is, man. He is. Same type of cover player.
He get in and out of breaks, I think, better than anybody on this team other than maybe Diggs and Jordan Lewis, man.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, let's savor boss man.
I wouldn't even challenge the Diggs.
Let's savor boss man, fat man. Talk about Izzy, man. Your boy.
Hold up. And
Softy?
Wait a minute.
Garmin tissue? What you talking about?
Stop it. And D-Town Tex drop a deuce in the super chat. He called us all goats. I can't just let y'all talk over that when he's calling us goats, man. We got to show him respect, too. So appreciate you. D-Town Tex drop a deuce in the super chat. We got my Cowboys family sitting in the chat box chilling. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Go ahead, Coyer.
No, I was just saying, like, I feel like you talking about Izzy Amukamaru?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna.
Mukamu, whatever you put going.
He played good. He played good.
Yeah, no.
I want to hear Coy because I heard your assessment. This is my first time talking.
It depends.
Since that assessment.
If, again, he runs into the same problem I think Andy Brown runs into. If he's a corner, if you're going to use him at corner, I don't mind him that much because he doesn't have to be that physical at corner. He has good length. He has better fluidity than Wright, but Wright is more feisty and a little more aggressive, and I like aggressive corners. Sure. But if you want him to play safety, kick him off a bridge, man. He's too soft.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. I want my safety. KZ is way smaller than this kid, man. KZ will come up and smack you in the mouth.
Way tougher.
I want my safety's got to be able to hit. If a safety can't hit, he's a corner filling in. That's how I look at it. That's it.
We have, what we haven't talked about, y'all. I don't think any platform.
Talk about
what are we expecting Malik Hooker to do?
Kill it.
Like, are we expecting him to take realistically? We want him to take
KZ snap.
I was just about to say that, Okoye.
You asking Vach? You asking Vach what Malik?
Because here's my thing.
Who you asking?
I want to see Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker paired up.
Sure.
Like,
that's what you're gonna see if he plays. If he's, I think this is a red shirt season, or at least half of the season for Hooker. I think we grabbed him because we know he will be ready, and we just want him to be healthy enough to get signed. But I don't think they're rushing him back. I think KZ's here now, and Malik Hooker's the future because of his status and where he was drafted originally. I think Jerry Jones always likes those value-added guys, whether it be through like a Chris Canty guy who has an injury, he might need some time, or you have a character issue like a Pac-Man Jones guy where we want to give him a second chance. Jones likes those guys, and I think that's what we're gonna see with Hooker. They're easing him back in right now.
Looking at around about week 4, week 5. Well, you got to buy like right before.
We don't need him right now. We don't need him right now.
Wait, hold on, Vox. He is so. Let me ask you this: he is on a 1-year deal, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
We know how those go.
What's the end? Yeah, because I was like, it's gonna be. I still think this is the draft guy in me. Yeah. I'm always trying to get a safety on this team. At some point, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that Notre Dame kid like shit.
But
I like products as safety though. I like Hooker.
First, this is my thing though. We don't need him right now. If he comes in like Law saying week 4, I'm fine with that. He's a 1-year guy. But if he go out there and catch some interceptions, ain't gonna be no more 1 year. He's gonna be around because he's young also. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, if that dude can stay healthy, that's the good thing about Malik and KZ is that we're not relying on only one of them. So if KZ get hurt, you go ahead, Malik. If Malik get hurt, all right, KZ. You know what I'm saying? We can just change those. And if they only healthy 9 games apiece, I'll take it.
Right.
Anything but a Brandon Carr or a Stephen Parker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did Brandon Carr dirty last year, man. They did him dirty.
They brought that man in for intel.
Yeah, they brought him, man. He opened his mouth. They got him up out of here.
Get out of here.
But I think Hooker will not be taking snaps away from Wilson because I don't see him in that box at all, man. Hooker's not a box guy.
Now, me, how I act is if you got 2 frees like that, then just play some 2 high with 2 frees in my mind. And when it's time to run guys down, that's where you can put in.
Bring Wilson. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And do things. That's only me being a maniac. They don't listen to me. I'm just a YouTuber or whatever. But boy, that'll be a
oracle though. We the oracles out here, man. We don't usually be wrong.
We just happen to catch it early. That's facts. That's facts. Coyer, has anybody else caught your mind? I'm assuming everybody has seen the Hall of Fame game and the Rams practice or whatever. Yep. So besides Connor Williams disciplining his son, because we're gonna talk about that later. Does anybody have any more defense takeaways? Do y'all want to get back on Diggs for a second? Because there's a lot of people think Diggs having a bad camp just because CD whooping him. But besides CD, Diggs pretty much shutting down everybody else for the most part.
How many guys you gonna have in the league other than Cooper that's gonna run routes like CD? So if you getting whooped by CD barely, you know what I'm saying? And you good everywhere else. I'm your Cooper Kupps of the world not gonna trash a guy that's lining up against that every day. CD can go above you. He can do what Gallup does. He can do what Coop does, and he can run right by you. And if you can be right up on that every play.
Sure.
I'll take my chances, so I ain't got a problem with Diggs at all, man. I think he wants that challenge. So when you see that, and don't get it twisted, I've seen Diggs win on some of those routes too. It's just you're not going to dominate CeeDee Lamb. I don't care who you are. You're not, especially if they come out with a mindset to target him. You're not going to dominate CeeDee Lamb out the slot when he has two-way goes. I don't give a damn who you are. Period.
Yeah.
And then, even though he's not in the slot right now, but you know what I mean.
Facts.
Well,
No, I was going to say, and then cornerbacks play a little bit even more aggressive when they know they got a certain player on top of the roof. So I'm just looking at it like right now, Diggs might be like,
making them both better,
Just like even when we talk about the linebackers and Donovan Wilson, the linebacker being Neal, he going to get ate up in practice. Because his main suit is coming down and fill. His main suit is bang, bang. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to lay you out. So is Donovan Wilson.
That boy, man. I was talking
he was
about that dude. I was like, Bill, thank you. Thank you for proving me wrong.
He was crunching yesterday. He is going to be – listen, that dude, I tell the kids I coach, I don't care if he catch that ball, hit his ass, crunch. The thing is, I'm going to be real with you. Yesterday showed me he's going to be that physical presence in the box, bro. Running backs are they not just gonna be running out of bounds and just running, scampering down the field. And even I'm be honest, man, that Texas route that Micah Parsons was able to guard, it's really unfair how athletic he is. Yeah. To be he's a true 240, you see it.
And he sat on it too. He didn't cheat. He had outside leverage on that. And still got back inside. That was crazy.
The hips, his hips are real. And the thing is, we play good running backs in this East, like Gibson and Saquon. That's what I don't think the Giants will be able to separate from us on the outside. I don't think the Skins outside of McLaurin will give us. But what they're going to do is what they did last year: run us off and sneak those running backs out the back door. We need an equalizer, to see that against, because Henderson's a good player.
Right.
So we're gonna beat the shit out of everybody else. Come on, so we gonna whip out. We gonna beat the shit out of everybody, man. I ain't got time for all that. Okay, McLaurin's good, Saquon's good, that old nonsense. We gonna smoke the shit out of everybody. You know who I can't wait?
Keep that energy, Voch. Keep that shit.
I can't wait to. I'm picking sides now. I'm not waiting till to talk about some damn Kool-Aid. I can't wait to see Kenny Galladay because the Giants think they good now for some reason. I can't wait till Fitzpatrick look like Fitzpatrick. I just can't wait to all this. This is look, man. People always say, well, do you always say that this is your year? I don't always say this is your year. I always like to say we'll see, but we gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? This year, this year. Come on, man. Like I was saying before, Foots had the great observation about Malik Hooker. Has anybody caught y'all's eye? Brother Coyer, you watched the game, you watched the practice. We can jump between either of those, Coyer. Who have you seen?
Well, I number one, I got to start off because I know why you pointed at me too. Don't think I don't know.
I just asked a question.
I give Connor Williams so much heat, man. I do. I give him heat. Hold on. Time out. But it was justifiable heat. I only talk about what I see, and now he's shown me something else that I can talk about. And
that's the best tackle in the league. 20 sacks from Aaron Donald, dog. That don't happen on.
He could pop his collar on that one because the thing I like the most, man, I didn't care about him stopping them on those deep penetration plays because I feel like depending on where the quarterback is, he can shed that and still get a sack on those plays. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
What mattered to me is when Aaron tried to slap his hands down and he grabbed Aaron and fucking judo flipped Aaron over his head like a little boy. He's like, get out of here, little bitty boy. He's like treating him like a little baby. So when he did that, it didn't matter. He won the practice just off of that, man. So I got shout out to Connor Williams. I paid attention to him in the Rams scrimmage. And I caught the second half initially. I did watch the entire Hall of Fame game after the fact, but what I was paying attention to because I watched it twice was Reggie Robinson. I was watching him a lot. Did he do a lot of things to like impress? No, but I feel like he's going to make this team because of his physicality. I watched that forced fumble he had on the sideline. I like that. He was sure tackling the entire night. So, one of the unsung heroes was him, and you already know my pet cat is Kamara. He was setting the edge pretty well on a lot of those reverse plays and those cutbacks, like those misdirection plays. I liked what he was doing out there because you guys were there last year, man. We couldn't set the edge last year to save our lives with guys that we paid big money to come in here too. Everson Griffin and So even D-Law had trouble with that. So I liked what he was doing out there, man. Both of those guys. That's what I was watching.
Put you on the spot. Joe Thomas or Kamara?
I'm still taking
Joe
Thomas.
Come on, man. Law, don't ask that man in person.
I'm still taking Joe Thomas right now. Come on, man. That's disrespectful to Joe Thomas.
I just want to mess with him. Right?
Hey, when I see Kamara when I see him knock an emblem off of somebody's helmet, then I'll say Kamaru's that boy. I saw Joe Thomas knock the Chicago Bears emblem off a man's head. And it's flying in the air.
Fire, man. Law, man, look, man. Law thought he had
Law was the instigator in high school, but he's like, you gonna let him talk to me?
Yeah, you gonna talk to
me? Come on, Law. You know better than that, man.
All right, man. All right. Whew, I had to get that laugh out, man.
That man ain't picking Luke Kuechly over no daggone Joe Thomas. Law. Come on, man.
No, now you dropped.
Bring him back now.
I was mad he was gone though, man. But shout out to Joe Thomas. I hope he start over there with the Texans, man.
Antoine Fair.
That's funny.
Antoine Fair dropped the 5 in super chat. I'm convinced people don't know how to look at what talent is. Too many ESPN fans, indeed. The second string line looked good, better than last year's guys. We're gonna talk about
We're gonna talk about
Hold on, we're gonna take mines, man. Don't take mines.
My bad.
Let me point going. We're gonna get there. Then L. Gene dropped 5 of the super chat. He says my sneaky player who's been showing up is Justin Hamilton. I got y'all. Let me rock. He's been getting good push. Looks like he's gotten better. Appreciate you, L. Gene. Appreciate y'all. Brother Law Nation. So just kind of touch on all of it. You can talk about Bo Odighizu. We'll talk about Justin Hamilton, hometown Natchez teammate. Talk about them all, Law.
Let me talk about NTZ right quick. Shout out to NTZ, man.
He got a new name.
Who's
NTZ?
That's
Natchez. Okay,
NTZ. I think that Antoine Woods had to get out of the way, so he can get more of those reps, more of those snaps, more of that time out there on the field. And hey, size now equaling up with production, so that's good. But that's just that. I'm gonna leave the rest of it for you. I just took a piece of it, Vach. But this guy Osa, man, my goodness. Yeah. I like the fact that they said, "Hey, young bull, that's your word, ain't it?" Coyer, young bull, young bull.
Bull.
That's Philly right there.
That Philly talk, man.
What's up, young bull?
They put that man out there for all 4 quarters and said, "Hey, make it happen. Work on what I taught you." You know what I'm saying? Get low, get upfield. So he's my surprise guy. And, of course, man, it's just already a given about Boss Man and Parsons and Diggs. But I just wanted to say number 75 and number 99, pay close attention to those guys. And for some strange reason, it may be too soon to say, but number 95 been on the ground a lot, man. So hopefully he's going to step it up, man. It's just still practice, though, Yeah. It's still practice. So I got to wait till, like, the Cards game, maybe he get a full quarter into it, or maybe, just maybe, down the line. But outside of that, Osa, that dude right there, man, I like his motor.
You think Urban better off as a 3-4 defensive end rather than trying to be out there in the nose like we using them?
Yeah, put him.
Make sure.
But see, my biggest thing was I looked at his numbers, and I said, damn, that boy's good. Stopping the run. I even looked at Pro Football Focus. You type in his name, it's number 3. He like 3 overall last season.
We might be a guy that plays strong, don't practice strong, though.
Yeah, don't practice strong. But I went to go look back at some of that tape. And Coyer, Foots, and Vach, y'all know who else I saw on that tape?
Who?
He played beside a dude named Hicks. In Chicago. I said, man, who is that?
Who is Hicks? Okay, in Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, Chicago. I said he played beside him.
Had, what's his name? 52. What's his name? Y'all know his name.
All I know is I look at that tape.
Matt Khalil. Yeah,
Khalil. So I said, so I'm gonna see how he play in this system. We got a Hicks in the making, but we don't have him already. Hakeem, whatever that man's name in Chicago. Really what is his name again?
Hakeem Hicks.
Yeah, that's a big boy, man. That's a big boy. But go ahead, y'all go ahead.
I'm gonna reserve my big urban takes when he like plays a couple snaps, because even in this game he played like 4 snaps and they was at end or whatever, right? So like I'm just waiting to see him move around a little bit. But what I saw from the 3 young D tackles, right? The first guy that they ran out was Watkins and Galmore or whatever. So shouts out to them or whatever. But the back end of the first quarter and the whole 2, 3, and 4 quarters or whatever, you saw those 3 guys, you saw them rotate, you saw them work with different pairs of each other. There was even a set where the 3 of them played and they had 2 standing outside guys. Right. But I was just kind of watching film, right? I was like, man, dog, Luke Gifford surely is like getting around the ball. Like
I like Luke.
Cox is flying around or whatever. But if you look a little closer, you see that they keeping those guys clean, man. Osa kind of got some work to do in the pass rush game, but that's clear though. But in terms of just being like a swole dude, and look, he's 20 pounds lighter than Bohanna, bro. He like 285, But seeing those guys move down there and navigate, they job is to hold up blocks, in the run game. Yeah, that's what they've been doing. They've been getting it done. So if that's what we end up running out, man, they look pretty good. Plus they did it versus every set of that Pittsburgh offensive line. So I feel pretty good about it. And they line trash anyway. So whatever. Foots, what did you see from anybody, whether it be Hall of Fame game or from the Rams practice scrimmage or whatever? What did you see, sir?
Man, the offense, I just put it as the offense. This offense is going to be really good.
Talk about CeeDee Lamb, talk about it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you talk about CeeDee Lamb. I'm gonna talk about Michael Gallup.
Go ahead.
That's my boy.
I think he's been forgotten. And the good thing about camp is like, all right, you see that CeeDee Lamb is taking that second year jump. He's taking a second year, alley-oop. Sure. But you can't forget that Michael Gallup is really freaking good. Like, he doesn't have the ceiling that CeeDee Lamb has because he's not the athlete. We have 3. I'm going to say this on every platform. We have 3 freaks on this team. Yep. CeeDee Lamb, Randy Gregory, Michael Parsons. Those are the freaks that they have godly talent. Yeah, that just you won't be able to train for it. There's nothing you can do to be as good as CeeDee Lamb. But Gallup, if he can be good at what he does, like if he can come up with when he has one-on-one matchups, when they're rolling coverage to Cooper, if he can just win on that slant, if he can win on his jump balls, if he can win on his fade footballs, because Gallup is a fade receiver. I thought that he played well, man. So just the offense and whole, if like you don't have to, I said this to you yesterday, Vach. I said it to you, Law. Kellen Moore doesn't have to do too much. Like, I know he may want to, really doesn't have to. Like, see what the defense is taking away and exploit it with your other pieces. So I just think this offense is going to be good.
I was just waiting for you to say something bad about Kellen Fools.
I ain't gonna do it. You know me and Kellen.
We don't run a reverse at the 30.
There you go.
Tell him
every game. I'm okay with the kid. I love him between the 20s.
I don't want a reverse, and I don't want a freaking bubble, a screen, a jailbreak screen in the 20. None of that. Like
that man.
I like him when he's aggressive. When he gets conservative, that's when I don't like him.
That man called 6 reverses out of 1,000 plays. Now all of a sudden,
he called a reverse. But every game, every game when we got to the 30,
this man took a Scott Linehan offense. I ain't gonna say this again. Y'all heard me say this 1,000 times. Hey, look, man, CeeDee Lamb special, bro. CeeDee Lamb special, and I like how we worked him into the deal, man. Just like starting him at the slot, bro. But he's so much better than that, man. He's so much better than just slot guy, and he's going into year 2. And I was saying this to Foots earlier. Like Lamb, he ain't even who he is right now. He's only winning as a wide receiver. If you go back to the Oklahoma tape, he was yak dude. Like he was the best. He was one of the best yak dudes that we've seen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Probably like since like Peter Warrick or something. I know that older cats take Peter Warrick seriously. When you say Peter Warrick, you know what I mean? But as a yak guy, CeeDee Lamb is kind of in that same breath. But
we haven't been using him shallow yet. Like just giving him the ball and letting him
create. He just raise up and throw the ball.
he just been winning as a receiver. You know what I mean? So in terms of this route running, being smooth, jump ball guy, getting open within the zones and things like that, man. CeeDee Lamb is so special, and Cooper ain't even here yet. That's the problem, man. That's the problem, man. So look, man, people already called me a homer. Fuck it. Call me what you want to call me. Call what you want to call me. CeeDee Lamb special. It is what it is, man. Maxim Ruz drop 5 super chat. Can y'all tell me why there's 2 number 6s and 2 number 7s? Because some numbers are retired and there's 90 people on the team. When we get to September, ain't gonna be 2 no numbers, nothing. It's gonna be more numbers than it is people when September come around. Scott Yak drop 5 and says, what are you boys gonna do about swing tackle? Man, there's no need to bring downers to the party like that, man. We ain't gotta talk about swing tackle. Tyron gonna be healthy all the whole
night and still.
Don't worry. Ty did not look as good as I thought he did with the Bills. He didn't, and with the boys' O-line history. Hey man, we just gonna have to pray at night, man. Pray at night and burn some sage and just hope none of the demons get the Tyron Smith back. Just go around the house with it. And then
magic, Papa.
And then he dropped the diamond super chat, says no football this Sunday, but we still get the round table. Put shades on.
I got some shades somewhere around here.
Put them on, Law.
We can clear our views.
Every time. Put them on, Law.
My shades in the kitchen. I don't feel like getting up. Appreciate
y'all. Coyer, did you want to elaborate further on Connor Williams whooping up on Aaron Donald? I kind of cut you off earlier. Did you have any other apology to say, or you gonna ride it out?
You know what's beautiful. One thing you know about me, man, I don't got no problem eating crow.
I love that
because I know when I'm, especially when it comes to the Cowboys, because I know when I'm eating crow, that means we getting better. So I only come at you if you give me something to come at. And Connor Williams was giving me a lot of material for over the years. I will give you that.
Sure.
But he's definitely mature. When I started liking him to a degree was when he went out actually with the knee injury, and he had played after he tore his ACL. Yeah. So that showed me that he's tough, and now he's showing me that it's starting to stick. Like he's getting heavier in the ass, and I like that, man. I like the move that they do when they like put him in center, and I don't know if we're going to continue that, but it depends on how I think. Connor, what's the other kid's name? McGovern. It depends on how he plays. If he can beat out Connor Williams at left guard, I think Connor is probably better at center, to be honest, because he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy that can move, and I feel like the way I don't know how we're going to use our center this year, but the way we were using Fredericks was like more of a guy that was like a helpmate to everyone, even though he's a mauler too on his own, but he was a helpmate. And Connor Williams is a smart player. Like he's a smart guy. I will give him that. And he seems like he's getting that grit, like where he's starting to realize like, hey, I'm no longer just happy to be in the league. I'm here, I'm here to make my name. So I got nothing else to say about him, man. Really don't.
What year this is for Connor?
This is third, fourth.
Actually, I have it on my cheat sheet that I stole from them people. This is his 4th year. Yeah,
man, he finally got that grit, man. I'm talking about that.
And that's what
that goes a long way. Yeah. That mean streak. That's what we had. That old man like mean nasty streak. Yeah, that nastiness, man.
Like poke you in the eye when you at the bottom of the pile. Punch you in the balls type guys.
Look, man. Think about it though. If you go back and watch Connor Williams' Texas tape, he was that guy. He was.
Yeah, that's why I came at you so hard about him, because you told me a guy that was like hitting guys when they on the ground,
knocking,
laying on you, not getting up.
When I'm gonna see, I was like, he's ginger for this, a ballerina.
He struggled with strength early on.
But that was his 4th year in college, sir. Can we at least wait till his 4th year in the pros to probably evaluate where his strength is?
I told you I talk about what I see, baby.
We flipped Aaron Donald ass on his head.
I saw that.
Come on, man. Come on now. I think that's something that's important too, that we going into it, and I can kind of write this down because I know we ain't gonna have it all off the top of our head. Right. But what dude on the contract year? It's a lot of them cats.
I don't know everybody's contract situation though.
Shit, Connor, Gallup, Randy.
Yeah. I feel bad for Gallup.
All the 1 year guys, and that's where I'm kind of going with this conversation to where I don't anticipate Connor coming back unless he come back for like $38 a year or something like that. And I don't even think, what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to bring Gallup back, man, because if Randy's the guy that we think Randy's going to be, he gonna get a bag. And I hope Randy loyal. I hope Jerry come in there with a with a glass of scotch and a strong, firm hand on the shoulder, say, man, look, Rand, we paid you a lot of money when you wasn't playing. We paid you a lot of. Can you hold us down? We'll
ain't going nowhere. Ain't going nowhere, man.
We'll take care of you, but can we just put some nonsense in your contract to make it friendly for us? If he could at least give us that, I think
that's a given, man. I think that's a given because no other team. I don't think any other team would have held on this long, other than maybe the Raiders, to a Randy Gregory, and they even got rid of Alden Smith. So that tell you something.
So we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. I want to touch on let me ask Foots first because I know Foots got a good take on this, and this should, if my messy brain is working well, we're gonna start with Foots, and this should bubble straight to a Coyer, and me and Law should be able to watch for a little bit.
He trying to start some shit. Here it goes. You see it, Foots.
It doesn't look like there's gonna be much of an adjustment period for Micah Parsons, right? Micah Parsons not gonna be able to do everything off the rip, but it does seem like he's picking up, and he should be able to jump right in there immediately, right? So who is he going to take snaps from? And because he's not going to start full time, let's just get that out of the way. He's not going to be full 70 play a game guy. No. What I'm saying, he's not going to be 70 play a game guy. He's going to rotate, come out, come back in. But he is earning his snaps. Like he gonna play some snaps, but he ain't gonna be
all right, know where you going. Let's start it.
Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit.
He's off the field.
Who?
Jalen Smith is off the field.
Oh, you crazy?
Leighton Vander Esch.
That's crazy.
Put him on, Roger.
It's crazy, man.
Roundtable, baby.
Crazy.
Let's fight fair. Let's fight fair.
Go ahead, Buzz. Clean up. Go ahead. Let's start off.
Leighton Vander Esch's camp is told us nothing otherwise. And if we want to talk about run players, he's gonna be that for us a week.
Perfect.
You're gonna let
who's gonna be the hold on. I just want to.
You heard the hell he said. He said Vander Esch. What he said?
Vander Esch is gonna be our run support guy. I just want to make sure that's what you said.
Hold on. You got it. Me personally. On running downs, I'm not taking Micah Parsons out the middle of the field.
No, are you taking Leighton off the field, you said?
Why would you do that?
I'm definitely not taking Leighton Vander Esch off the field.
For running play.
No.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I was following you, bro.
Listen.
You're entitled to your opinion, no matter how frivolous.
I love them. It's time. Like it's the team speed is here now. And he's out, bro. Like it's no other. It's over. Find a door and boot him.
Damn.
Swiping.
Yo, I just want to know.
Y'all put y'all shades on in the chat, baby. Y'all put y'all shades on. Let me see some shades emojis in the chat,
man. Let's get sunglass shade emojis in the chat, please.
Come on, bro. It's done. It's done.
Jalen's biggest problem, you might be right, due to his contract. Jalen might be going because of that.
I'm talking about money. Like, go ahead.
But as far as play, I'm talking about. I ain't talking about money.
You better than
as far as play.
You better than that.
You cannot argue this because you have to show it. The stats prove that Jalen is better than LVE. Period. LVE is
who do you like more, Coyer?
He's a 260-pound, 6'5", light in an ass linebacker.
Who do you like in this? Coyer, me and you right now. Voss said he gonna let us go.
Go ahead.
Who do you like in this defense? LVE or Jalen Smith? Be real.
Jalen Smith.
That is a lie, dog. Okoye is lying. Law. He's lying to us on.
Do I look like I'm playing?
Bro, you do not look like I'm playing. Bro, you do not like. You do not like Jalen Smith.
Listen. I'm the one who criticized Jalen. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Now, I haven't been in Oxnard, so I give y'all credit. Y'all might have seen something I ain't see. I don't know what y'all watching in practice. I'm talking about. We ain't talking about practice. We talking about on the field.
It's 2021 though, Coyer. Talk about this year. I want to hear what happened last year.
Jalen came back in this year, 230 pounds. So he shed about 15 pounds. So hopefully that translates into him being able to be a little bit more explosive and move a little bit better. Jalen also was never meant to be our middle linebacker, shut down, run all over the place type of linebacker. He was brought in here to be a guy that was supposed to be either our Sam or our Will linebacker to replace Sean Lee, not the middle linebacker. Our middle linebacker was LVE. LVE couldn't stay on the field, and when he was on the field, anybody who wants to know what I'm talking about, who think I'm just talking out my ass, right? You can go in a Pro Football Reference, you go to game logs, you pick Jalen Smith, you pick LVE, you put them side by side, right? And then you go to advanced stats. You see how I memorized this? Because I ain't playing.
Oh my
I don't
God.
You go to advanced
What
stats.
foot
I
said?
don't want to go on their website. I don't want to go on their website. Go ahead.
Go to advanced stats when you get a chance.
Oh, there you go.
I don't care. Go ahead, put them shades on because you got 2 black eyes
Come
now.
on, Coyer, where you shades at?
You told homeboy to beat me. Listen. So,
Put them shits in the chat box.
listen.
Put them in there.
So when you look at it, right, what you're going to see is missed tackles percentages for LVE every year is in double digits. And his coverage percentages compared to the guy who I agree has struggled in coverage. If he has struggled in coverage, then LVE should already be off the team because as far as stats go, because that's what we're going off of, right?
We're talking about run defense, man. I don't want to hear nobody.
I just said his missed tackles is at 12% every year.
I don't want
nobody
run defense. Piling stats of Jalen Smith tackling people 8 yards down the field. Of Coyer, that's what we talking.
LVE don't tackle him at all. He misses the tackles. 12% of the time. 12% of the time he's missing tackles, bro.
You get him, please.
Listen, get him out of here.
Shades on.
If you take,
it's over.
This is why I am who I am, right? Because I don't mind. I don't mind being the only man standing here. I stand on the flag.
He's out of there.
I stand on the flag by myself, bro. But at the end of the day, if you take bodies off of Jalen Smith, man, and you put him out on as a Sam or a Will on the outside, I like Jalen better than LVE, period. I don't like LVE, and I'm the one who defended LVE. So if LVE was going to be this world beater, James Bond villain that he was supposed to be, he would have done it already.
I tell you what,
he hasn't made half the plays that Jalen has made, but everybody's still on Jalen ass, and LVE don't make no plays.
I tell you what, it's going to be some bodies around. Look, Coyer, I tell you what, it's going to be some bodies around Jalen Smith on that sideline playing when Parsons coming there and sit his ass down.
Hey, I don't mind if it's Parsons. If you ask me who I want on the field, Jalen or Parsons, that's a different conversation.
Well, shit, that's what
but I would take if you said, hey, should Neil take some of Jalen's snaps? Okay, that's a different conversation. But by no means should it be LVE though, bro. By no means.
To a Coyer's point, this is what I'm gonna say. All right.
And them shades.
Hey, thank you, bro. These my Rays. These my Ray Bans. Hey, look.
Rays.
Hey, look.
I'm gonna put my glasses on. I got clear eye view over here, bro. Y'all tripping.
Oh, he's crazy. Listen. I'm not gonna kick Jalen while he's down because he's actually been doing some nice things. I'm gonna say this though. Right?
Let's hear it.
I don't want him in space, so I like LVE's. I do like LVE's instincts better than Jalen's. That's just me personally.
Instinct.
Yes, I do.
Where, bro? No. I'm not even trying to argue. No back and forth. I want you, right, to tell me
you like
some of the examples that you feel. You know, I'm watching me. You watch them. So tell me when this dude is
down the hill, buddy.
I don't want to.
Bad angles.
Joe Thomas better than both of them.
He was. Where is LVE taking good angles or shedding block and showing you the shit that you talking about? I've never seen it. And if I seen it, I would agree with you.
Jalen takes good angles now, y'all. I'm dead.
Oh no, I said where do LVE see that's what you call deflecting. You see what deflecting is? I asked you a direct question. See,
I'm letting this call you.
This direct. We talking direct questions. You deflected this. I said I'm talking about LVE right now. You said he got good instinct.
I don't want to down. I hate when we got to do this.
I know because you're making me. It's friendly fire.
No. Man, you can debate.
LVE got to get it, bro.
I hate when we got to down our players, but it's fair. Here's the deal.
I got to down LVE.
I like LVE still. In this defense, and when one roll, I don't like him.
You ready?
Sideline.
Law, you ready? You ready, Law? Law, you ready?
You
ready, baby?
Nizzo.
Go ahead.
He said in run situations at that. Like LVE has never been a shedder. He can't shed a block to save his life because his neck messed up.
The Eagles game, LVE's second year.
Eagles game. Hold on, that year. I'm glad you said it, bro. That's the game I want everybody to look at. Go look at that game in the stats. LVE was targeted 11 times. He got an interception on one of them, right? The other 10 times he was targeted, he gave up 191 yards. What are you talking about?
But he also made the game-winning tackle.
I don't give a goddamn.
I need Jalen to
talk about things, man. We just
was targeted 10 times. The game that you brought up, he was targeted 10 times and 11 times and gave up. It was 10 for 11 in that game, bro.
Who's made more plays as a Cowboy?
I got the argument. Gonna stop all. I got the argument for
how many touchdowns Jalen got?
I got y'all. Watch this.
How many bang plays Jalen got?
Coyer, I got you. Watch this.
How many times you seen LB knock the shit out of anybody? Not never in your life.
I got you, Coyer. Go back and watch this.
He's a tickle monster.
Plus, hold on, watch this. Go back and watch the Saints game, right? Go back and watch that one. And what we see is Van Der Esch making plays and Jalen doing the howl. We never seen Jalen making play and damn Van Der Esch doing the swipe. We never seen Van Der Esch swipe.
You're a better cheerleader. You're a better cheerleader. I'll give you that.
Whatever Michael Parsons celebration is, we're gonna be doing that shit too. Play it again. Goddammit. Come on now.
Jalen knocks the shit out of people, man. That's all I'm saying. And he can pass rush. I'll give him that. He can blitz a little bit. I can't mess with LV, man. I can't mess with LV until I see something from him. So if this year somehow his neck is fused or his collarbone, because they said it was his collarbone after the Rams game, it was his neck again. But if his neck is fused properly, I hope it is. And if it is, then LV can show me what he looked like when he was in the Mountain Conference. Cool. I would take that LV. But the LV I've seen here in the Cowboys, I haven't seen anything for me to say LV should be starting over any of our linebackers. I don't like him because he doesn't do anything. He does nothing. Nothing.
I tell you this video.
What? He's our shutdown linebacker, the coverage guy. Who does he shut down?
We'll timestamp it.
Nobody. He hasn't shut down shit. I haven't seen. As a matter of fact, Jalen got just as many interceptions as LVE right now. What you talking about? Come on, man. Stop.
I will look it up, but I don't want to be wrong.
No, you can look that up. I know already. And forced fumbles and sacks and all that shit. Come on, man. Stop it.
That's only
tackles, all that shit.
That's only because Van Der Esch been hurt.
That's only because Van Der Esch can't steal the hurt. I'm talking about game for game. I'm not talking about
if
his
Van Der Esch
injuries.
played the same games and had the same blitzes Jalen had. He'll have all that. Coyer.
Oh, I'm talking about trending stats though. Vach, see, Vach, check this out. LV, not last year, year before, gave up 351 yards in 9 games. Right? Jalen gave up 462. Right? In passing coverage. Right? In 16 games. You get what I'm saying? So if LV played an entire year, he almost gave up 1,000 yards, 700, 800 yards.
What is that? I ain't seen that, man. Send me the link to that.
I got receipts for everything I say.
I want to see it.
You know, I'm a receipt man. I just told you where you can go, but I'm gonna
prove it with the film. Huh?
Oh yeah, I don't say nothing unless I know it. It ain't like I'm Jalen's friend. I'm just saying, in this case, Jalen is not as bad as everybody likes to make him seem. Jalen was playing with guys who were parting like the Red Sea in front of him for a very long time. And he was playing at a high level with that. I'm talking about the line that's in front of him. We don't keep bodies off of him. You know what I'm saying? But he still was making plays in that. So I think with the guys we have now, Jalen will be what he's supposed to be. And Jalen is not the cerebral guy. He's not the green dot guy like Steele would say. He's not the green dot guy who should be calling the plays and getting everybody lined up either. So I like him not being middle linebacker. I think he plays better when he's not given the same level of responsibility. That's just
well, Coyer, when you find those links, send them to me, and I'm gonna look.
I ain't gotta find them.
And if you right, then Foots is wrong, and I'm taking your side. That's how it is, goddamn. We gonna play the goddamn.
You know I ain't lying. Thank you, Foots. You cool as shit still, Foots, though. You know what I mean? You're a better musician than I'll ever be.
But Okoye, even after all that though, Okoye, what do we do with Parsons though? Is what I'm saying.
I disagree with you when you said he gonna see the field. I think Parsons should start straight off the rip, and then everybody else can fight for it, man. Throw that shit out there. Just say, hey man, he's starting now. Sub packages, if you want to say, okay, a guy like Neal can come in and give us a little bit better movement in like a dime situation, maybe. But other than that, no. Our knock on him was what? His coverage. And he's been showing up in practice and in training camp with his coverage ability. So if that was our knock on him and he's doing that, I mean, why would you take him off the field? Now, I can see him moving to a outside linebacker position and somebody else playing the middle while he's doing that, but I don't see him coming off the field.
Well, Coyer, if you want an easy, 200,000 views, Nene dropped the 5. The super chat says, "I can't wait for a Coyer's Jalen Smith not guilty video." So you know, we just waiting on that one, brother. Appreciate you, Nene.
I got you, Nene. Hey, Nene.
We had some other ones. Dantrell Manning dropped a dub in the super chat. Your name sound familiar, Dantrell Manning. Sound like you. I don't know. Sound like I know you from somewhere. When Randy Gregory starts his double-digit sack campaign and starts getting double teamed, what are teams going to do with Lawrence one-on-one? Hey man, I don't think you can double team Randy Gregory because I think it's going to be so much pressure on the line. Like, where do you find time to double team Randy? If you do, you're going to take away passing options from your passing.
I'm trying to,
You know, so you might just, I mean, they might just have to eat that and just like throw the ball quicker. They may have to like scheme, like run away from him, but ain't gonna be double teaming Randy because you can't let D-Law run. You can't let them guys on the inside eat free. It's gonna be ball game for y'all.
Right.
But man, safe to say that we have some really good feelings about Parsons, man. Like I said, man, I can't wait to be wrong, man. I don't think I'm gonna be wrong in terms of like the pick because I still love Rashaan Slater and he's whooping Joey Bosa at practice.
Beating that ass over there.
He's whooping Joey. And look, of course, I cried.
I thought about you this week and I was like, yo, man, because I was watching what's his face? DJ Derwin James cover. I was watching their practice because I like Derwin James a lot. But I heard them mention Slater was killing Bosa like that, man. I was like, damn. I thought about it.
Listen, the evaluation on Slater that I had, he was day one ready to go. So we weren't wrong for wanting Rashaan. Like, if we would have drafted him, he would have been a 10-year tackle. Cool. So but we also, I'll be honest, man. You look at the way that some of these young linebackers are taking over the game. You need a dog in that defense. I don't think Tampa Bay's defense is as good as they are without my man in the middle. What's my guy's name?
Vita Vea.
No, the linebacker.
Devin White.
Without Devin White, they not as good.
It was pretty good with David though.
Levante Davis good,
bro. Don't disrespect that, bro.
But Devin White is a different. Like watching him at LSU, his speed, his sideline to sideline coverage, and he gonna come downhill and just blow you up, bro.
Both of them. Yeah, they both fast as hell.
Yeah, real fast though. I have a dub from D-Town Tex. He says, I disagree. AB isn't getting cut. People have been wanting Jordan Lewis to take AB's job for the last 3 seasons, and it hasn't happened. We can talk about that if y'all want to. We need depth at cornerback. Goodwin or Reggie might be on the bubble. I don't think it's gonna be Goodwin because he's Fossil's.
He's our special teams ace, man.
He's Fossil's guy. Then we got Lamont dropped 5 super chat. Let's flip Connor Williams like he did Donald and make him a fullback. He can lead and he can be a lead blocker for Zeke. He dropped $5 super chat. He can say what he wants.
Okay, I was about to get him.
He can say what he wants.
No, I was about to get him.
And Chris Woods dropped 5 in super chat, says just showing love to my Cowboy brothers. Appreciate you. Davey dropped the deuce and says get Jeff in his mug. Jeff busy doing things. And Intelligent Savage dropped 5 and says from now on, when a straight up war break out the shades. When in war break out the shades. And have to come out on the round table. What's up, Vice Law? Fuss and Coyer, great stuff, bros. Appreciate you, Blue Star in Texas 73. Did y'all see Jabril Cox and Luke Gifford? Coyer, we kind of touched on that a little bit earlier. What did you see from those guys since we're talking about linebackers?
I saw Brill moving out there pretty good. And you touched on it, so I really didn't need to mention it because Gifford, I liked Gifford, but he was the man forgotten because he couldn't get on the field last year. He kept getting hurt, man. I think he tore his pec last year or something like that. I like Gifford. I like how he moved. I liked his coverage ability, and he surprised me because when I watched him I think it was Nebraska he came from, but I watched his film in college. He was an outside linebacker and more like a 3-4 type of scheme. He wasn't a middle guy that was asked to cover. And one of the things that I think he does well here is cover and get around, like move side on the sideline. So I like Gifford as a spot work guy. The guy who I didn't really get to look at was 51, Bernard. I want to see Bernard. I know you didn't mention him. Cox, though. Cox is doing what Cox does. Cox did make a play on the edge, like where running back was trying to turn the corner. Sure. Cox caught him at, I think it was the end of the game. But Cox played pretty good against the run. That's what I was looking for him to do. You already know what he can do in the pass game. But he played good against the run, and he looks a lot bigger now. Like he's growing into his frame. So I think Cox sky's the limit for him as well. I think the fact that we have a guy like Neal in front of him. Because Cox and Neal on this team are going to be that Shaq Thompson type guy, like the guys where if we get caught in that 4-3 look and you want to push them out into the slot to kind of reroute a guy over there, that will be Cox or Neal. And I think the fact that we have a Neal on this team, it buys Cox time to sort of like look at this season as a red shirt learning season. He will play spot work if injuries, permit it, or special teams maybe, but I don't see him starting or playing this year much other than that.
I got about 950 people watching on mine Laws Live too, so I'm just gonna assume collectively we got about 1,500 people watching live around here, man. Let me just
Those numbers right there.
Let's pause the conversation and let everybody know where to find us at before y'all like leave us or whatever. I'm Vash Lombardi, of course. That's Coyer from Coyer Media, accumulated knowledge over years of experience. He's incredible. Law Nation, of course. Law Nation, find him everywhere. Laws Nation.
OG.
So that is my OG. That's what I tell him.
That's our OG, man.
And then we got absolutely. Then we got Footsie King. You find him at Cowboy Nation TV. Follow all these good gentlemen. We do great work and we back it up. And follow our social medias where we attack people's nonsense. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We just coming at folk.
I just started a bomb on Twitter, by the way. I said I'm just here to remind people that everybody hated the Parsons pick. I just was bored.
I didn't.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I'm wrong. Okay, I did because Rashaan Slater was my number 2 player on my board, and as draft guy, I'm patting myself on the back. Look like I'm right about that. But the conclusion,
but I didn't get a chance to look at it. Go ahead,
so Slater, when I put my board together, he was higher than Parsons. But I remember that day. On my recap, I said, "All right, it's time to come to grips and let's not beat this kid up." And I'll be honest with you. Parsons may have a bigger impact on. I'm telling you, because the truth of the
because of Collins.
The truth of the matter is this: when it comes to the way the game is played, and that goes back to me and Okoye's little rumble. The name of the game is in space. Mm-hmm. Like, find me enough guys who can play in space and play well. And right now, it just looks like Parsons can do it exceptionally. So, I mean, you left tackle, it's a big piece, but you got to find a way to cover, dog. Like, you got to find a way to neutralize these offenses. So, the Parsons pick, man, is this front office. If they hit on this pick, mixed with Coyer, like 2 other picks in this draft, it's looking like this team is really they do know how to draft well.
Right. But let me say this, Foots. You said if they hit, though. You said the word if.
They already did.
They hit.
And my thing is, what Vach is saying, you would have hit with Slater. Because when you went into that red zone, let me just say this: at the Hall of Fame game, we saw 79 out there. That would have been Slater. It wouldn't have been 79 getting served up by a dude named Highsmith. Highsmith put him in his back pocket, fam. That would have been a touchdown. That's 14 points. Slater, that's a change of a point swing right there.
Asking you, Law, did you looking back at it? Would you? They're going to be compared for the rest of their career. Let me ask you, Law, right now for this team, knowing that they're both still studs, who makes the most sense for this team?
For this particular team, man, y'all know, man, I'm biased, man, because I'm always going to be on the defensive side. And Vacha already know that. We were starting debates inside the VIP area. I said, hey, defense wins what? Y'all put it in the chat box. Watch. Look at his face.
I wasn't trying to hear none of that shit, but I do agree. Yeah. Like it really came together for me in the Hall of Fame game, right? Because if we evaluate Parsons as a traditional Mike, then that ain't going to be what it's going to be. But if you looked at it, he played 11 snaps in the Hall of Fame game. He was in like 9 different spots. And what I didn't like about the last administration was they didn't find ways to get everybody involved. Nice. Like, okay, you got Alden Smith, and Alden Smith is your guy, do the politics, fine, but still find a way to get Randy involved. Still find a way to make Jalen do what he does best. Okoye, you're a defensive film guy. You know what I'm saying? I trust your eye. You saw the one play where they had Jalen on the end, then they had Parsons standing up outside of him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where they found a way to get both those dudes in their element to let them do what they're gonna do. If that's what we're gonna do with Parsons, man, like play him strong side, weak side, middle, on the ball, off the ball. If that's what we're gonna do, man, I'm fine. I'm cool with the pick, man. Long as it works out, I will gladly come on here and let people batter me in my chat box.
You can't batter you for Slater, man. You can't bat. It's not like you were asking for some bum. Like Slater is that guy. I just think he would have caused more harm than good. This
my thing though.
This year. Because this year we got Collins and we got Tyron Smith coming back this year. So Slater would cause you to try to get him on the field. You would try to move guys around to get him on his field this year. You might have tried to move Collins back to guard or Slater to guard this year, move Connor to center like we were doing already anyway. But you would have more questions than you do right now on the offensive line if he were present, because you want that guy on the field, especially if he's whooping up on Joey Bosa.
Who's your ideal starting 5 right now? Who's your front 5 right now today?
Right now today, I like Biadasz at center, and then everybody else, the rest of us started.
Same situation, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like be honest. I know they're
I like
trying.
Biadasz because he mean. I just like you can miss big, but be mean, be evil. I like that.
So what do you do with Connor McGovern? You like him at all? What
I haven't seen
what do you
enough
don't
to
like
like
about Connor McGovern?
Wait
What
around,
y'all
wait
three
around,
don't
man.
like about him? What y'all don't like about him?
I can't knock him because Connor hasn't gotten the reps for me to really
like
evaluate. You know what I mean? I think McGovern, when he was coming in, his film when he was coming in, I loved it because he had the same effect that Vach gave me when we were watching Connor Williams coming in. Very nasty, but so is Biadasz. You know what I mean? So if Connor McGovern can't play center and Biadasz is the better of the two out of Williams, then
What's his name, Coyer?
Badass.
Tyler, you like Biadasz is big.
I said Biadasz.
Biadasz,
but badass what we call him. But if Biadasz or badass can play center the way we would want, like as a mauler, I think I would leave him there, man. Even if Connor Williams is the better, more cerebral guy, I would still leave him there because Williams has been at left guard for his career so far. I wouldn't want to bring McGovern in and try to figure it out with Dak coming off of an injury. I would rather stick with what we got.
We did well in the draft, man. Mostly where people gonna really hate on me for is like my face, because my face said it all. He was on the board. And we just didn't get him while he was on the board, and we got Slater. And I was like, damn, we could have got Rashaan Slater. But man, Parkman it's what we needed. It was just what the doctors ordered. It was right on time. Mm-hmm. Even if we don't have linebacker controversy, right? Even if Van Der Esch and Jalen are good enough to play for the whole season, now you got a cold ass Sam linebacker that's getting better at coverage that can really blitz for real. So no matter what role you want to put Parsons in, it is eventually going to work out for the best, man. We were just talking about the Cowboys drafting well, man. Like, man, we think Parsons should pan out. Preliminary, views is looking like Boss Man. I really want Boss Man to work out. If Boss Man work out, you only need 5 people out of this 11-man draft to work well. But Bohanna seems to have a hold on his job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got to be great. He just got to be big. Like if we own.
What's up with our kid though, Chauncey? I haven't heard Chauncey.
What's up with Chauncey? I'm gonna tell you, man. That I'm not gonna say you can lose your job to injury, but you can lose your job to injury. Like
especially with this team.
Yeah, with this team. But going back to your draft point, if you think about it, I do think that Wright and Boss Man are the future. However that pans out, I don't know, but they are the future because they both can play, and you're gonna figure out a way to get both of them on this team. And
I think you're all right, because I wasn't even thinking about Bohanna, but when you add Bohanna, you said you only need 5 guys. You got Bohanna, you got Wright. I still like Chauncey, even though you said he hurt. I like what I saw with Odigizua, and I haven't even said Parsons and Kelvin's name or Wright's name yet. You know what I mean?
I love Odigizua.
I already feel like this draft was already a success because I feel like Wright and Cox, both of those guys are X factors to this draft, and I think Cox is going to have a long career here. Maybe not here, but in the league. I think he's going to be a premier guy because he has a unique talent. Yeah. And then Wright has unique length and feistiness. So I think both those guys are already wins. And they were reaches to everyone else in the media, ESPN world. You know what I mean? So we already won in the draft.
Like if we get through this season and we realize that Izzy and maybe Josh Ball and Forniak, the center from Nebraska, right. Yeah. If those 3 guys don't pan out, man, that is still 8 people that you kind of hit on. You know what I mean? Right. So I think we'll be good to go. And we'll see from Chauncey. And if Chauncey ain't shit, then that's 7 people that you hit. That's a whole draft. That's a whole.
The craziest thing about this,
Chauncey
though,
Ghostin.
When I looked up Chauncey's film, Chauncey's pretty good. It's just that right now the person that's ringing the bell and happy as hell is Doran Armstrong. And I'm not saying that he's happy because the other guys are injured, but just look at the graces of what he got now. He got Bradley are not hurt, right? Basham just got hurt. Now, Chauncey, he's on the PUP. So Doran Armstrong said, yes, I'm given an opportunity because just like we speaking glowingly of Boss Man Fat, as well as Cox, Parson, Izzy, as well as Osa and Bo, we would have been speaking glowingly of sitting there seeing the thing and the impact that Chauncey will be able to bring, because that brother, 6'5", just big and physical, and can play outside in. And on top of that, in college, every year he had at least one interception. That's showing you that the guy got the athleticism to play on that edge as well as with instinct. So, man, it's just that when he get back, Doran Armstrong be like, dang, I try to hold it down, but he's on it right now in via grace.
And even if I can just push back a little bit on that, Law, if we go to the Hall of Fame game, Randy and D-Law weren't playing or whatever, but if you notice anything, out of the first two ends that was out there, Dorrance wasn't one of them. They put Urban at the right end and Bastion was the left end. We didn't see Dorrance till the second half. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like Dorrance was sitting out because he was getting rested for the practice. It's just this might be Dorrance time, and he may be on that list. We got 90 guys on the roster right now, and we like 60 of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it just might be hard knocks, man. Hard knocks, man. We gonna be sitting in Mike McCarthy office and call in Dorrance, and then the guy go get Dorrance, and then Dorrance, damn. You know what I'm saying? So we might you never know. We might
even lie, man. When we do this round table for the 53-man projection, y'all need to be here.
That's gonna need a shade.
It's gonna be fire because guess what? These young guys and candidate are kicking some of these guys off a bridge, man. It is what it is, bro. And it's because, again, me and Coyer just had a debate about the LBs, right? But at every position, this is a new regime. I don't think people understand that. All these guys who were here, including Dorrance, weren't drafted by the guys in this building. So they don't have no ties to you, homie. You better know that. So listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I've never been more excited for a preseason than I have.
Yeah, man.
With this, because that's why I said, Vox, when you got on with us for a little bit with Jeff, I want to see them give the starters a whole half these next two games.
Right.
Don't give them two possessions, bro. We not there, especially defensively. Micah Parsons is great. He don't need to be sitting out, bro. Let him play. Let these young dudes
I think you
play.
let him sit his ass down.
You talking about on the defensive side or the offensive side?
Well, really the whole. Now, I would say sit him down, but not. He needs to play a quarter.
Yeah, I would say Parsons showed me enough already in what I've seen. I was like, yo, let him play, man.
Parsons tired, man. That man been running around for 4 days. That man tired. Right. We're gonna get these last. Go ahead.
Right before we go, because one thing y'all touched on that somebody asked about, Gregory being on the other side being double team and that opening up Lawrence. It has nothing to do with either guy on the end. What's going to open up things for both those guys, for Lawrence and Gregory, is what's happening in the middle, man. Those guys two-gapping and holding up those blocks in the middle and being stout as they are. Odighi Zua, Chauncey when he comes back, and Bohanna, and even Urban when he's in there. I think that's going to free up it doesn't matter who you put on the outside because they're only dealing with half a man in most cases.
Yeah. We ready, man. We ready for Randy to tell us. Just tell us.
Half a man. Coyer did some coaching in this time. That's what I tell my D lineman, man. Y'all talking some good stuff, and I want people to also remember this. For candidate, we started with him.
Yeah.
It's one thing to do it in practice. It's another thing for it to translate to the game. So I'll be wanting people to understand, the training camp reps is all good. The fans go crazy. But, brother, when them lights is on, that's when it got to show. Some of them receivers get kind of goofy.
That's why I said what I said to you about Parsons sitting down. I want to see the guys that we're unsure of on the field more in the preseason because I don't know how they, quite who should stay because I like a lot of them. So I want to see them play so they can just fight it out on the field. We'll know what we're doing with Anthony Brown if he's getting playing time against the bums and still getting trashed. You know what I mean? Right. You already know what to do with him anyway, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Blue Star Text says, let's be real, though. The D tackle sucked last year. I think the linebackers will be better this year, even Smith. I do agree. If I go back to anything, I always say we didn't think that we had a problem with linebacker back in 2018 when the coaching and the coaching and the D line was good. I think we've improved with Dan Quinn, of course, and we've improved with the D line. So I do think our linebackers will be better. L. Jean says Micah is what Jalen was before the injury. As a prospect, sure. Jalen wasn't. Man,
I don't know.
Can I take this?
Jalen was a play in front of you type of guy. I think Parsons has a little bit
more.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I don't like. I'm gonna be real with you. Jalen never ran no 4.3, dog. Like he
was pretty damn fast.
He was pretty fast. He was fast.
4.4 was good enough for a linebacker.
Yeah, but he was fast straight line. Did he? I go look at the time. Huh?
It wasn't really about his speed. It's about his playing style. Though they speed, you could say Parsons faster.
Hold on.
Get that point out. I got something for y'all.
It's about speed when it translates to the field. And I'm telling you, my man plays tackle at Penn State.
Right.
And the thing that he told me was Micah Parsons was like they had to hold him out of periods because he's going to blow up every play. And not only is it going to blow up, if he takes that angle, he has the recovery speed. Like, okay, go watch that tackle that he made in the first quarter. Like, he blew past like
one on the edge, sideline.
The one on the sideline with the receiver.
He was getting speed. He got off the block, didn't have the angle, and still.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's all. I'm saying.
And ran right past LVE too.
There you go. All
right, we moving on. We got
moving on. There you go. You see how he do me?
Go get her.
I still love you, bro.
Go get her. Drop the diamond super chat. He says, "Who do you guys think with the present? Who do you guys think with present the toughest challenge for us in the division this year? What do you think our division record would be at the end of the season? Finally, how many wins this? We're gonna be the shot of everybody, sir. I can't even. Well, my daggone button. We're gonna be the shot of everybody, sir. There you go.
I just need this team to just get it right, man, and we be good. We be good.
Adrian Lindsay drop 5 says Alden should have been a 3-tech. Alden back in trouble, so I ain't know about Alden.
Yeah.
Maurice Canaday is better than AB. That's what that's what it seems like. Seems like the
100% easy. And Jordan Lewis, okay, both of them. Go ahead.
Yeah. Ryan M dropped the deuce says, hope they evaluate Canaday on the game and not the name. Fair enough. Intelligent Savage drop 5 says from last year's 2020 class, who do you feel is in trouble? Pardon me. Who do y'all feeling and who's in trouble other than Reggie Robinson from last year?
Who in trouble from last?
I mean, from the draft class?
Yeah, from the 2020. I think. I mean, we all.
I need to see Anad do something this year, or he might have.
Yeah,
I was big on him. So I need him to do something.
I was too. That's what's crazy. He's a scheme casualty. I feel like.
Yeah, maybe.
He was drafted to be in a 3-4.
And we're gonna play some though, so he's still okay.
That whole class, nice, man. Man, shut up. Drop 5 in super chat says, question. With so many linemen doing pretty good, what do you think we do with Tristan Hill? Now me and Fuzz like to fuss about this, and I got my glasses ready. Everybody want to push.
You
Tristan
ain't said
Hill
his name yet either.
Everybody, because he's been hurt. Everybody want to push Tristan Hill off a brick, even if he's not starting. You still need rotation in 3-tech. It's still 17 because Neville kind of banged up right now, allegedly, according to Mike or whatever. And you don't want to be in a situation where you trading a 6th-round pick from some scrub team and playing that dude. Y'all, you may not think of Tristan as a starter. He still got to earn that. Tristan, my son, and I'll say that he got to earn that. But let's not pretend like Tristan Hill won't be a good backup for you if you need him. And y'all know we rotate D linemen. So
I like what Tristan gave us last year. He gave me a Connor Williams type feel because I ain't like him either. So Tristan to come up and play how he played before he got hurt.
I'm not ready to kick him off. Let's see what you do.
Yeah. Go ahead, Law.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but one of the things that you pointed out when I was at the camp, you said, "Hey, look at Tristan Hill on the side there." And everything that he was doing was at full top speed. So I believe like they just putting a pitch count on him and they just trying to make sure that he's okay. But he was working the chords. He got the speed. It's there, Cowboy Nation.
Because if it was like that, Tristan would be cut already. If that was the case. So they obviously have plans for him.
Jerry don't hold nothing that can't play. Like you can't play you out of here.
They wouldn't be rehabbing him. They wouldn't be rehabbing him if they didn't have plans for him. So Tyrone Church drop 5 in super chat says, is Darian Thompson on the cutting block? Bones might save him. Bones probably save him, but as free safety, I don't see him getting much rep. But he might go play kickoff or something.
He'll spell Wilson too. I think they'll put him in the box. They like him down there at the line of scrimmage. Sure. He'll spell Wilson for sure. I like him in spot work. I just don't like him as our utility new Jeff Heath guy. That's how we were using him, and he's not that guy.
Yeah.
This is rough. This is rough. Look, Michael Saunders, Drive 5 says Anthony Brown needs to go. I never forgave him about how he allowed DeAndre Hopkins to do him in overtime a few years ago. You can't.
Andre Hopkins.
Yeah, but
Why do you think he got that name?
but we were saying like no
Debo.
switch. We were yelling like I was doing the play-by-play commentary. I was like switch. No, we saw it happen before it happened.
Well, who the hell else gonna cover?
Right, we were like do something, but they lined them up mano a mano a Coyer in that game,
Right.
and we were like no.
I saw it. Yeah. I saw it. He got destroyed.
Some
got stiff armed all like a little boy.
Yeah.
Something else I just thought about too. With this super chat, Ryan M says Jordan Lewis seems better when the player is in front of him and corner looks crowded. I don't love moving players, but could he be a safety? I think all that moving people to safety talk is over with. With the whole Jordan Lewis thing, right? Like, what do we do with Jordan Lewis? Because in my mind, we were projecting him as a guy that could come in and do nickel things. But if he loses the nickel spot, I even had some reservation. Like I had some kind of optimism in my mind. Like, okay, well, maybe he can be a deployable weapon to go like cover, like catching running backs like we did with the Saints that one time. But
right.
But fam, that might be Parsons' job now because Parsons runs a little faster than Jordan, and Parsons probably going to be better in run support than Jordan. So ain't going to be no more Jordan Lewis at running back covering Alvin Kamara because that might be Parsons.
We might not need that. That's real. We're free up our corner to do what he need to do.
And look, we love Jordan. We love Jordan. So for us to say this about him, hey man, it's a good problem to have, man. It's a good problem to have.
And
Fellas, y'all got
Kennedy cleaned all that up. He was like, "Hey, I'm showing up."
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of him.
Do y'all have any closing remarks before we get up out of here? This has been an incredible roundtable. Not that all of them ain't incredible anyway, but man, it's just you just forget how incredible they are to you in the middle of them. Didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why we got about 1,500 collective people watching now. Go ahead, Coyer.
I'm just saying it's electricity every time we get on here. No script, no nothing, no preparation. We be driving our way to the house when we had these, and we still get on here, and everybody firing on all cylinders. So I love it, man.
Go ahead with your Go ahead, Coyer, if you have any closing remarks, sir. Anything you're looking for the rest of the preseason, the rest of the practice? You looking
just piggybacking off what I was just saying to Foots a second ago when I was saying I want some of the starters to sit out because I'm excited to see what guys like I said, Reggie Robinson can do because I was looking to get a good look at him last year. And just like Gregory, I think politics got in the way of that last year as well. And when we start talking about that safety tweener position, I think he's one of those guys that can play a little bit of everywhere. So that's why I kept looking at the fact that he was able to come down and strike effectively because that's important in order to play safety. You see him getting beat a couple times in coverage, but I like how he's tackling. I like how aggressive he is. So I'll be paying attention to that, and I think everybody else should. That's number 41 out there. And then beyond that, I just feel like this year moving up into this year, I know we always say it, and I know everybody else thinks it's a jinx when we do, but I have never looked at position for position and not really known who's who and not mentioned certain guys who we think are the guy. Like, we don't really talk about Lawrence and what Lawrence is going to do that much. Like you just said, we didn't really mention Tristan Hill. We haven't really talked about Gallimore. These are starting caliber players that we're not even mentioning. Yeah. So the depth here, and even if you said, hey, Foots, we could be wrong about both. If Jalen and LV didn't play due to injury or any other reason, you still got guys that I don't mind starting behind those guys. I wouldn't mind seeing what Gifford can do out there. I wouldn't mind seeing what Cox can do out there, sandwiched between or around a Neal and a Parsons at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So we have so many different arrays that you can go with, whether it's at corner, safety, we kind of thin, but corner, linebacker, and up front, I'm loving what we're seeing out there. So I do feel like this is a year that we can go all the way. I really do. So hopefully these guys, bring that and transition to the field, and that's why I want to see more of the backups in during the preseason because they need the reps because I want to see what they got. That's how Wilson got on the field in the first place, man. We saw him flash in preseason, and he came up strong. Very important question. I know what Law and Foot's got to say, but as we wrapping up, Coyer, who is your tight end number one, sir? Ooh, that is a very important question because I know Jarwin would be the obvious answer for most people because of his speed. He run like a deer. But I think when Schultz came in, although he was a little shaky in the beginning, Schultz is a dirty guy. Like he can block like one of those true we had Anthony Fasano a long time ago. Couldn't run routes for shit. Could catch a little bit, but he was a blocker, right? And we had Dan Carpenter. Remember Carpenter? Dan Carpenter during Parcells' time. Can block real well. Couldn't run routes for shit. But you got Schultz who can block like those guys. But because Jarwin was gone, he started having to be a option in the pass game. So I think we got a two-headed monster at tight end. I don't think there is a tight end number one. I think you're going to see a lot of ace formations with both those guys on the field because they both can ball. And Schultz is actually the better of the two because he can run routes. Although Jarwin is a little more dynamic with his speed and he was a wide receiver in college, but he can't block anywhere near as well as Schultz. So if you're looking at well-roundedness, it's Schultz. If you're looking at, hey, who's the best, who the better threat, that would be Jarwin. But overall, better player is Schultz.
I've been calling Jarwin soft for 2 years. Anyway,
he ain't soft though.
That's your day one. That's your day one guy, Schultz. I know for sure.
You know that, Lord.
Yeah, I know that's like Foots. He came out of the draft. That's my guy. I was like, whoo.
Nick C dropped a tray in the super chat. Says, "Can we speak on Bohannon and one tech, please?" We did. Just rewind, click it back, play it again. Right. You will find everything that you're looking for. But appreciate you, Nick C. Eric Montoya dropped a dime and says, "Love the roundtables. Thank y'all, Dallas Cowboys for life, man. Man, we love doing this. We just can't do them every day because y'all wouldn't watch them. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it. We got to do it sparingly so y'all miss us a little bit." Yeah. Adrian Lindsay says, "Jordan Lewis is a shifty guy. You need more than speed. Witten got open being shifty, not being able to run out of sight in the week. You know who else is shifty and long? Maurice Kennedy."
Shut that down real fast.
Tyrone Church, but appreciate you though, brother Adrian. Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. Tyrone Church drop 5 says, "Are we re-signing Michael Gallup? Depending on how much money Randy Gregory get in my mind."
I hope so.
And then we got the 94s, Haley, Ware, and Gregory. He dropped 5 super chat, says Jordan could be safe due to his recent contract, but AB isn't safe in that way. Jordan does have a new contract, but it ain't as guaranteed as somebody else's. So they could just eat $4 million and it not be dead money next year. So that's just what that. I mean, we might save some money. We might, have to cut him and sign somebody else, or we might have to take that $4 and put that in Randy pocket or Gallup pocket. You never know what's gonna happen. Foots, closing remarks, sir.
Hey man, it's always a pleasure to debate with y'all boys. Me and the Coyer. Throw the gloves on. That's my dog. I'm gonna say this. Preseason, man. Tap in the whole game. Like, don't come to these guys YouTubes with BS comments and you didn't watch. Because the truth, you know what I mean, Law? Because the truth is we all put a lot of work in. Now we don't all agree on everything, like Law said, I'm a Schultz homer. That's my guy. Botch is a Connor Williams homer, but we come together and that's just what we do. But I will say this.
Don't whip Aaron Donald, but go ahead.
Chat box, just make sure that y'all chat box, make sure that y'all coming to the table with watch the game, like really watch to see what's going on, and like because they giving you the answers. You see what I'm saying? So they giving you the answers in the scheme. They give you the answers with the play on the field, and so like that's what makes Cowboys Nation, I think, one of the best nation is that you guys really watch it, but really watch. Like, don't come with this stuff that because I'll be honest with you. Let's talk about Schultz and Jarwin. The truth is, if you just love Schultz Jarwin because of what he did versus the Giants, that's a lazy take because he hasn't done it again. And you know what I mean? That's just lazy. So that's just one example. But I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. And I appreciate y'all boys, man.
Brother Lowe, close remarks, sir.
Yeah, really appreciate everybody, man, for supporting us, man. This is not an easy task to do, but heavy is the crown, as they say. Everybody speak brilliant points, but when the preseason game is around, please, Cowboy Nation, let us be fans too. We got to root for this team, so don't look at us just as purely analysts. Let us be wrong. Right. They wrong all the time on ESPN and get paid millions.
Anthony, well, I don't even even say their names over here.
Right. They get wrong and they get paid millions, man. But look at it like this. When that preseason game come around, I think next week, don't look at the win-loss column. We ain't looking at that. We're looking at the individual, seeing what they can pick up, what coaches are trying to put out there. And that's what we try to point out. Like, this guy became better in this certain situation. Schultz is now better in climbing the routes and pivoting, turning for the ball. And not just that, he's a better blocker than what he came out as. And he was already a good blocker. So All of those things add together, man, for this team to be 100. Just like Vavad said, we beating the shit. I mean, that's my one cuss word out of the day. Y'all know don't hear me cuss, but we beating the shit out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Everybody.
So that's good, man. We got to have that momentum, just like Miss Jessica. Positive vibes only, man. So let's continue support one another. Let's continue 100%. To grind and shine. So my one player that I want to look after for this upcoming game is for the consistency. Parsons played a hell of a game week 1 of the Hall of Fame. I want to see him do it again. So is Maurice Kennedy. I'm really rooting for Michael Gallup in this whole entire race to get his paper, get his bag. I want the Cowboys to do right by him, to go ahead and pay him sooner before it's too late. And same as with Randy Gregory, but we know politics and business is in this mix, but I'm gonna be rooting for these guys. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let me quick because I can keep going on and on. Let's go.
Everybody gonna be great. The whole team is gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? But just I keep saying this, but look, we got about 1,400 people watching. Listen, pick your side now. Pick your side now. You know, I don't want to just call out people in particular, Big Game James, whatever, right? So I did this show with Law Big and whatever, and Law, and he's like, I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid. I don't want to jump in and do this right now.
Better drink it.
Listen, man, ain't gonna be no more room on that bus when it's gone because I'm gonna be the bouncer at the door, not letting y'all asses in. You understand? I don't want to see y'all in the middle of the season talking about okay, I guess I'll root for the Cowboys now. I'm gonna be stingy with this season. I've never been able to be stingy with a season before. I'm gonna be with this one. If you're not on the train right now, if you're not thinking, you know what I mean, you know, everything that we can be right now, don't think it later. Don't think it later. We like to be proactive around here, not reactive. Okay, proactive, not reactive. Saw a comment in the chat box that says, I follow Vash. Thank you for following. But who are these other people? Where can I find them at? Hey, man, look, this is the best of the best, man. It's the best of the best into this table right here, man. It's a lot of views and subs at this table, man. I'm proud for y'all to be here with me, man. We're going to do great. We've been doing great things already.
Right.
But boy, every year we just get a tick better. And a tick better until we just clean. I remember the roundtables used to be 200 views. 200 views and that's it. 200 live concurrent views and that's it. And we're in the 1500s now. It's only a matter of time before it's even bigger than that. So down bottom to my left, I'm gonna let y'all do it, man. Coyer, put your own spin on your own plugs or plug your stuff. Plug it.
Accumulated knowledge over years of experience. Now it's time to apply it. So that A might change, but y'all know where to find me. It's AKOYE Media on YouTube and our IG. IG is mostly boxing and training there, but here you'll find a lot of like Bosch like to call them timeless pieces. And when they bring the all 22 back, I don't know what the hell that said. I'll start doing some more breakdowns, but definitely love what we're doing over here, man. And I've been following these guys, all three of them, man. They've been leading me and guiding me as I kind of emerge in this YouTube sphere. And I'm loving it, man. I appreciate everybody here, for real.
Applying knowledge over years of experience, but we keep getting better. Coyer Media, ladies and gentlemen. Go find them to my bottom right there. Go ahead, sir. Foots the King.
Foots the King on IG and Twitter. Hit me up. Follow me. I answer any questions. We can debate. And then Cowboys Nation on YouTube. Thanks for having me, Vash. It's just something
swaggy about the round shades, you know what I'm saying? Like not the aviators and not the boxy joints, but it's just some musician. Well, I play an instrument that just sticks out when you got the round joints, you know what I mean? My OG to my right, to my top right. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, man. You guys can follow me at LAWS Nation on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, as well as multiple other platforms like Roku. And I believe I'm also on Amazon. But I want somebody to do us a favor, man. I always say this, man. I speak it, and then somehow somebody come up with a crafty idea. A round table, man. Can y'all craft up a Photoshop a round table and put all four of us in it, man? And I'll support you, man. I know we got some artists out there, man, that can create a dope thumbnail with me, Vach, as well as a Coyer and Foots on a round table piece, and I really appreciate it. So somebody out there, man, we got all of these thousands and thousands of people watching. So help a brother out. HBO this thing, baby.
Hold on. Shout out to Law Nation saying he got a Roku too, man. This dude is a brand.
Better than me.
He's a brain. I
said
see. You see me look up. I'm down on my phone. He said, "Roku." I said,
Roku, baby. I'm still on MySpace and Black Planet, baby. You didn't know that?
He got 18 arms underneath that hoodie, man. I don't know how he do it, but he do it. I appreciate it.
Better than me. Trucker's Life done daggone dropped the $50 super chat twice. So everybody, please put your glass back on, man. Log Coyer,
we honor it. We honor you, Trucker's Life.
We gotta honor that, man. We just gotta run time, sir. Again, because you dropped 2 of them. We ain't doing nothing else.
I want me some glory hole.
Trucker's Life. We know you like to go in different respective cash apps and PayPals and super chats and all that, man. So not only on my behalf, but I want to thank you for everybody, man, because I know you be touching on everybody's channel, showing love, dropping blessings and all that, man. So appreciate you, Truckers Life. Everybody that supported, man. Everybody that super chat today. Shaq Edwards even dropped 5, says, see y'all in the playoffs. Well, the Vikings will have to get to the playoffs to see us there. But if you say so, man, we'll give you a good whooping in the playoffs, Shaq. Don't even worry about it. Thank you for being here too. I'm Vash Lombardi, man. In case you watching on Law's channel, and I expect Coyer and Foots to take this, chop it up and put it on y'all's too, man. In case y'all watching, it's Vash Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI, right down there, right brick on my brick. You see it right there. We do this here, man. I talk mess on social media to anybody that's coming with nonsense, cowboy related. I fight the good fight. I'm young now, so I'm youthful enough to fight those fights. So enjoy me now, because look, when I'm old, I'm gonna retire and let somebody else young have it. You know what I'm saying? But thank y'all for being here, man. These roundtables are special. These roundtables are special. You know what I mean? And when the season go off, man, hey man, if we do what we supposed to do, y'all gonna see our face. All right. Till then, man, y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski. There's a free cup of Peasky Whiskey. It's full right now. Everybody can get one. Go get you one at the door, man. I appreciate y'all. Salute. Peace. Holla. Gone.